passages in his book referred to what they had took up out of the Quran. Before it was Allah, it was Alat with a T on the end, because the Ethiopians were in control of that area. The Arab was nowhere to be found in that area. That area was originally controlled by the Nile Valley. And the Ethiopians were in that area. Go get the book. The Arab, I think if I'm not mistaken, the Arab Conquest of Egypt. You can get it right down there, truth. You can have them order it for you. And it talks about the same churches that you see in Ethiopia today, they were in Arabia. The same types, Christian churches. But when the Arabs took over, they destroyed them. They destroyed those churches. So you would have seen that Arabia was nothing but an extension of Africa. There are no damn Arabs over there. The Arab is nowhere in history. They're not even a BC people. They have no literature before the Quran. Any man that's a Muslim, I dare you to bring me a manuscript before the Quran, written in Arabic. You couldn't do it to save your life. But they claim to be so ancient. The Hebrew, he can't show you a book before Genesis. And that ain't even, the Bible is not even in chronological order. Genesis came last. They recreated Genesis at the Council of Jamia. Jamia, the Council of Jamia. Exodus was the first book. But then they went to asking questions. Damn, you exited, but where did you come from? So they had to create Genesis. And then you go in Genesis chapter 1 and Genesis chapter 2, and you got two different Genesis creation stories. Look at it. I know you're mad at it. This is God is our set. You always know our set. She got that throne on her head. So that goes back to that Sara Suten SETI. A lot of people mad because I had to drop it down on her. She was extraordinary as a ruler. She was extraordinary. Her architects were some of the greatest architects that ever built in Egypt. But she should not have ruled as a pharaoh. She should not have ruled as a king. She should have ruled as a queen. That's just like a man ruling as a queen. And you can't see the balance that's set. It's a balance that's set in the universe. My son can't come in wearing no pants. Ain't no excuse, nigga.
Not at all.
No excuse.
She
had to put on a beard. She had to put on a breastplate. And I love her chef suit. But Seti, when he took the throne, he had to recreate the king's list. Because some of the kings that was on that list were not to be emulated. He cleaned it up. He took all them Uncle Tom niggas up off of it. Akhenaten. He's not on there. I fell out with a queen one day. She come to the study group. I don't know, she had just showed up the first day. I cut it to Akhenaten. And then for some reason, out of the clear blue sky, the queen just got up and walked away. I said, damn, you know, what was it that made her leave like that? Come to find out, I went out there to console the woman. And she had gone. But one of my brothers had told me that the woman had Akhenaten in her name.
That's right.
I said, well, you know, maybe she'll go home and rethink. Why sometimes you need to do, before you name yourself, you got to think long and hard. Because you got to live that name out. I live my name out. So Seti, he didn't put Akhenaten's name on there. He didn't put King Tutankhamun's name on there. He did not put Hatshepsut's name on there. She's not on the list. The king's list at Abydos, the temple of Osiris. Here, you got Aset, Isis. She's weeping. This is when you see that, she's weeping. She's also praying.
She's weeping.
Because Osiris has been murdered.
This is before Islam.
By his brother Set. Now, a lot of people say, well, Set is in your name. What you got to understand is this, that the gods and goddesses have thousands of representations. And Set That particular story is just one representation.
The reason why I say something about Islam is because, just want to clear that up if I'm gonna make a video in reference to anything. It's things that's not cleared up in the Muslim community, black Muslim community, and definitely the Arab Muslim community and all the other Muslim communities, is that Salat comes from African people, Egypt. At the time that all of this was created, it was all black African people. So let's get to the root of what these religions is doing and following. Let's follow the yellow brick road. Subscribe to General SETI. Subscribe to General SETI. And subscribe to my channel too. Malik Hebrew Hassar.
Set. You see her name is Aset. Okay? So Set is in her name. The oldest name for Nubia is Seti. And that's why Seti went back, because we had strayed so far.
Now this is how a lot of information is useful. If Africa was named Seti, it's records that's found that America name was Timeria. Like I said, follow the yellow brick road, brothers and sisters. Follow the yellow brick road.
From our original teachings that he had to go back. He said, no, Akhenaten destroyed Egypt. He was the final nail in the coffin. If we had a strong king, and then more than likely it was going to fall anyway, because Akhenaten wasn't the first weak king. There were many weak kings. He was just the most famous. But he was the last nail in the coffin. And it caused Egypt to be destroyed. Egypt had become so cosmopolitan, it's just like peoples up north, like brothers and sisters up north. We tend to look down on our brothers and sisters down south. Say them niggas country. And we do it.
Yes,
if you're from New York, Detroit, Chicago,
I'm from New York, I do that.
Atlanta, New
and I shouldn't even be doing it. And I realized that once I moved down there.
That's the same thing that Egypt has started doing to Nubia. Even though we know that we all came up out of the south. We were in the plantations on the south, and we migrated up here. We done forgot that. You understand where we came from, and that's what happened to Egypt. So they went to intermingling with them damn Arabs and them Peckerwoods, and the Peckerwoods had intentions on destroying Egypt from the beginning. And we so naive, we want to feed everybody. We want to look out for everybody instead of looking out for our own.
This is how they survive.
And eventually they took. But you see, where this low-life Arab has gotten our prayer formations, taken right up out of Africa. Now, it's sacred to her. So you think you got to, when you pray like this, you praying like a Muslim. This is your prayer. He stole from you. Just like the kufi you see on the top of Ptah's head. That's not no kufi. Ptah had it first. You can't call it what the damn thief called it. Because
see, things stolen in religion. Take things, add them together. You secretly identify with these things because they're in your DNA, they're in your informational DNA. It downloads from generation to generation to recognize, see symbolism, see movements, see stances, all that, and recognize what it is. But you're confused right now. We all are. A lot of us is confused. We're confused, so we be sitting here believing, oh, well, the Arabians made this up, and it ain't even such thing as an Arabian. And you find out that the posture and position of Salat actually comes from Egypt.
you become an accomplice to the damn crime. You don't call it what the damn thief called it.
You become an accomplice to the crime. If there's laws of nature. That means there's laws for man and woman, woman and man. So, okay, the people that are preaching and teaching Islam needs to tell the truth, the full truth. So help you Allah.
So these prayer formations are originally ours. Now you see this queen right here. See?
Subscribe to General SETI. Peace and Black Power.